Hello there, beautiful people. It is Saturday, so you guys know what it is already. Today is one of a series of weekly videos that I do on Saturdays, and it is all about YouTube growth and what you can do to grow your YouTube channel, both skills wise and money and numbers wise. Today we're going to be touching more on the skills side of things. So if you guys want to know more about skills versus numbers, definitely let me know. Or if you guys would like to know more, vice versa, if you guys would like to know more about how to grow your numbers more, definitely go ahead and leave that in the comments below. I'm trying to figure that out myself. That's why it's called Grow With Me. I'm not pretending to be some YouTube guru who knows everything about YouTube and can teach you guys anything. When myself, I am learning every single day. Have been a little bit stagnant with YouTube growth lately, so definitely am interested on the number side of things as well. But today is a more of a skill type video, as that's really been where my focus has been. And I think it's kind of where your focus should be, primarily over anything. If people don't have a reason to subscribe to you, they're not gonna. So if your quality doesn't look great, which mine right now, I can promise you it does not look where I want it to look, but it is slowly getting better. And an issue that I have right now is lighting, as I'm sure you can probably tell from this video. But luckily that's what this video is all about. And it's specifically about lighting with a smartphone, so definitely gonna enjoy watching this one. I hope you guys enjoy it too, as I know some of you guys are out there record your videos on smartphones as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this video. I will, as always, leave a link down below to the person's video who I am reacting to. This guy has a bunch of YouTube videos specifically on lighting. So if you need to work with lighting for a camera, a professional camera, or just a smartphone like me, definitely he is going to be a great resource for you guys. So I'll definitely link him down below. I'm also going to go ahead and shout him out to my 200 subscribers, just because I do really think he has some great stuff on his channel. So let me go ahead and find his channel really quick. Him up right there. His name is Ben Johnson. He is great talented guy. I'm subscribed to him, as you can see. So I watch his stuff decently regularly. And he has some great tips about lighting specifically. So if you guys are working with a smartphone to a high-end camera, definitely something worth going to check out. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into his video here, and we're gonna watch this together, and then I'm gonna just talk about some things that I've been trying to implement.
What is up, everybody? Ben Johnson here, and guess what? In today's video, we are filming on a smartphone, where we went from this scene, which looks not so great, to this scene, where everything looks a lot better. Let's get into it. The first thing we're going to do before we even touch the lights is to dive in to the phone's settings.
I am gonna say right off the bat, drastic change in quality versus where he had like no lighting versus all of the lighting that he implements. I will right off the bat say he implements a ton of lighting, and even that's not enough to up the video quality to what we see here, because then he has to then go into a pro editing software to color correct things and make it look as vibrant as it does. So there is a little bit of what I would call cheating, just because the normal person just working with like some lighting, some basic lighting, is not gonna be able to afford, or maybe doesn't want to go out and buy the pro version of any editing software to color correct stuff. So with that being said, my videos sadly are not going to end up, after watching this video, looking quite as good as his, but I am hoping to still implement some of his lighting techniques and some of his camera settings to make my videos look as good as possible without that editing software. Let's go ahead and continue on with the video.
We'll start by downloading an app called Moment from the App Store. It is around $6 and it is well worth the investment because it will allow you to unlock a ton of control on your phone. With this app, we will be able to adjust things like resolution, white balance, shutter speed, ISO, and even focus. Once you've downloaded the app, the first thing you'll want to do is to select which lens to use. Do not use the face cam. It is going to give you a less than quality. Go ahead and use one of the back lenses. And if you have multiple ones to choose from, choose your longest reaching telephoto lens. Using the telephoto lens will give you more lens compression, which will result in a blurrier background. We will then go into the Moment settings and select our resolution and frame rate. Turn your video resolution to 4K and your frame rate to 24 FPS. If you are new to manual settings and video making in general, then you'll definitely want to check out my free super simple camera settings guide. It breaks down frame rates, resolution, and manual exposure to give you a good idea of what each of those settings are and how to use them well. I'll put a link in the description below. If you don't have 4K on your phone, that's all right. Go ahead and select 1080 HD and then make sure to keep your frame rate at 24 FPS. Now go to your picture profile setting and choose flat. At first, this will look a little bit worse. It's gonna look kind of grayed out and desaturated, but this will give you a lot more control when you go to edit and color grade. Using a flat image and then color grading it will produce some really nice results. The cool thing about the Moment app is that it really transforms your smartphone into something more like a DSLR or mirrorless camera. Let's start with white balance. For today's video, we are going to choose 5500 Kelvin. Once that is locked in, we can adjust our ISO and shutter speed. For today's video, we are going to put our ISO at 100 and our shutter speed at 1/48. You can even adjust the focus manually using this app, which is really cool. Now that we have our camera settings dialed in, let's get into the lighting. If you have not already seen my lighting for YouTube video, go ahead and hit pause and go check that out. It's going to give you a ton more details and in-depth look into the lighting setup, and it will give you a lot of context for today's video. We'll start out by turning off all of the lights. Once all the lights are off, we'll set up our key light, which will be our main light source. Then we will set up our fill light, which will help reduce some of the shadows. Next, we'll add in a rim light. This is going to help separate me from the background. Then we'll add in practicals. This will allow a little bit of color into our scene. And we'll finish this off by splashing a bit more color onto the background using this G2 Pocket RGB light. Now that we have our lighting in place, let's dive back into the smartphone and just fine tune our settings. To finish out this clip, we're going to bring it into Final Cut Pro. And as mentioned before, we shot on a flat profile. So now we're going to color correct it, which will enhance and stylize the image. Ultimately, the takeaway here is to download an app like the Moment app. There's other third-party ones as well. Just try to find something that will give you a bit more control over your camera settings and learn how to do them properly, which if you don't already know how to do that, check out my free super simple camera settings guide. Before you guys leave, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and as always, stay creative. Peace.
So that was a super short, super simplified version of some of his other videos, and I just wanted to give you that one as kind of a jumping off point. I have taken the time to go and watch the other 2 videos that he has mentioned. If you guys would like to see my reactions to those videos and kind of me going in depth a little bit more to those videos, let me know in the comments. But for now, I figured this was a good jumping off point, and then you guys could go off and do the research on your own if you are invested into YouTube. So yeah, that's why I'm definitely hyping this man up a lot, putting him down in my description. Go check out his stuff if you're interested in any of the stuff that he was talking about. And he's the reason I got a little bit of a color changing light right there, and then tried to figure out some stuff in back of me. Definitely not as high quality as his, but we'll get there one day. We will. I really believe that we will get there one day. So anyway, continuing on, I think this video is great because it really dives deep into the camera settings and different settings that you can do with your camera beyond just what Apple would let you do with it in general. So I think that's really important to know. You're not just limited to what Apple gives you. There are third-party apps that are gonna be really great at letting you customize your video. Something I disagree with him on is using the back camera. I personally, and this is gonna be a personal choice, I cannot do that. The reason I can't do it is because I need to be able to see that I'm in frame. I need to be able to see where exactly I am in frame. I need to be able to point at stuff. And that's just not possible with the phone turned the other way. So I always use my front-facing camera. I think my front-facing camera is good enough. Would I like to be using the back-facing cameras? Yes, I would. But like I said, I think the front-facing camera is good enough for where I'm at with YouTube right now. So I will continue to use it until I'm able to get a fully fledged camera. But anyway, I digress. Going on from that, I really think that the lighting he's got going on is really cool. That's why I have been using, I'm gonna show you guys my setup, a little behind the scenes. It's not pretty. It's really not, so don't judge me. But, so this is what we got going on back here. Just this little light right there. And then sometimes I will turn on this light. Usually I don't, just because it's a yellow light. I have been thinking about getting a color changing light bulb for that, like a smart light bulb for that, and see if that would illuminate the wall. Let me just go ahead and show you guys what it looks like with that on. Yeah, so that's a lot brighter. And I would hope that with that on, with like a color changing light bulb in there, it would really illuminate the wall. You see how the wall is kind of all that yellowy color right there, because it's all a yellow light. So I was thinking if I were to grab this and maybe put it like about right here. Put it about right there. It would pretty much illuminate the entire wall behind me. And I think that that would look pretty nice with a color changing light. And I just move my chair up a little bit like that. And that's what I would be working with a like color changing light behind me. Or just like a stagnant color. Usually with color changing lights, you can pick a color and stuff like that. So I think that would be awesome. I think it would look nice. I just don't like that color behind me because it looks like I'm Jesus or something. But yeah, anyway, it literally looks like I'm like going like, ah, and no, I'm not trying to do that. So yeah, that's the reason I don't really use that light too much. Or actually, I don't think I've used it at all in a video. I have used it in half of a video and then cut it out and refilmed it. But yeah, so that's what I'm working with right now. And I'm thinking that getting a nice light bulb for that lamp would really, really make this background pop. And even in a way that maybe you wouldn't be able to tell that it's the corner of the room. Because I know right now with my head in the way of like the crease of the wall, you can't really tell too much that it is not just a flat background, which I like. So that's my thoughts on my space right now and my lighting. I am obviously still using my ring light. I'm sure you can see it in my glasses. There it is right there. Still using my ring light. I'm thinking about possibly getting a flat light, similar to the one that you saw him use, just kind of to give another dimension, like maybe up, like right here coming down. I think that would be very nice. So that's just kind of my thoughts for lighting right now. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys like my Jesus look, let me know. I'll keep it in videos. I don't really mind it too much. I just thought it looked a little silly. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that back off and show you guys again what I do instead of having this light. And there it is. So that's what I have been doing in my videos instead of having that light. It is a little less bright, but I mean, I guess I could tweak this a little bit as well. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I could tweak. I can tweak the ring light. I can tweak the lights behind me. So yeah, there's a lot of things that I'm going to be working with. So I hope you guys are excited to kind of see the evolution of my videos, because I know I am excited. Anyway, I'll leave it off there. Love you guys. Thank you guys for stopping by. I hope that this video helped you guys out with lighting techniques for your videos. If it did, go ahead and drop a like on this video. Subscribe, as I'm going to be coming out with videos like this every single week. So, peace out. Stay safe. Keep each other safe. Love you. Bye.